Hey guys, I'm back again with another daily update. It's been a semi-productive day today. I was out all morning. I was actually delivering some sessions in my children's school. All three kids are at the same school at the moment. Fern, my eldest, she's 11. She's about to move on to big school in September, but at the moment they're all there. So I go in and do these little workshops from time to time on running. And back in the day, when I was at university, I was a 400-meter runner. So I kind of picked up a few things about sprinting when I was there. And I was never especially fast, but I guess I've retained some of the speed work and knowledge that we did when I was at Loughborough. And even though now I'm more likely to be running ultra marathons and 10Ks. But it's always an interesting experience going in and delivering sessions to a bunch of school kids because the kids range from 4 or 5-year-olds in early years right the way up to 10, 11-year-olds in year 6. And so the amount of information they can take on and comprehend and actually do something with. So we had 20 minutes, that's all we had for each of the year groups, 7 sessions over the course of the morning. And each of them was slightly different depending on which year that they were in, but essentially it was the same information. I just tried to deliver it in a slightly different way. Some got a little bit more, some got a little bit less, and I threw extra bits in there just to see what would work. But it was interesting kind of for me observing my own presentation style and again that flexibility and the certainty that I have not just in the subject matter but about my ability, if you will, this sounds kind of weird now, but my ability to be able to read a situation and then respond accordingly. And doing it with kids like that is a really good exaggerated version of what I have to do when I'm presenting to any other audience, because an audience could give you really good response, you could feel like you're really connecting and engaging with them, or they might not give you anything back at all, which does happen from time to time as well. But most of the time they're just sitting there and you kind of have to try to read their minds almost as to what they're thinking and how the information is landing, so that I can then change the messaging and the way I'm not just the type of message, but the way I'm delivering the message accordingly. So doing these sessions with kids is like super hard training for those situations. It was kind of a really good experience this morning, and they seem to enjoy it. It's sports day on Friday as well, so I'll be making sure that, I'll know rather, not just making sure, but I will know how effective I was today when I see them all lining up on the start line to see which hand they have forwards compared to which foot they have forwards, and hopefully they won't be starting with the same arm and foot forwards. They'll be in a proper sprint start position. But anyway, that was my morning, which meant that I wasn't entirely productive today, because when I have that sort of morning, kind of a morning out, then it's very hard for me to get into the flow. I'm very, very good at being productive in the morning, not so much in the afternoon. That said, I've done a few bits. I've actually managed to crank out 3 videos today and roast as well. 2 of the videos, one of the videos on the Wagon group and the LinkedIn post were about the running workshop that I did, but the twist was we talked about tunnel vision. You see, so tunnel vision. We're going to check out the LinkedIn post. I'll put a link to it on this video. But basically, tunnel vision isn't just about not ignoring everything else that's going on around you. It's also about focusing on your process. So kind of trying to take... I wanted them to get that message when I was delivering the session this morning. I figured some of the older ones might have picked up the metaphor there, as well as the actual practicalities of that. When you're sprinting, you don't want to be worrying about what's going on. You want your attention on the task at hand. But there's a bigger message there as well. Anyway, so I did get a few bits done this afternoon. And I also got an interesting email back talking yesterday about kind of having the Adidas loop reopened again. Still nothing's happened with that, but it's still kind of there. It's buzzing around. Is it going to happen? Isn't it going to happen? A contact, a prospective client who I was in touch with back in April, they approached me with regards to doing a talk at a kind of a business campus, potentially for May, and it didn't happen in the end. But they kind of, I had Diane involved, she was speaking to them, she was talking about availability, talking about fees and so on. And eventually when nothing happened, I was thinking, oh, well, you know what, it just wasn't gonna be. They were looking for something either free or they didn't want to pay that price or whatever. So that was kind of my monkey mind going. But anyway, they got back today to say, look, we really want to book George for September. And having been through that process of kind of knowing what the fees are and everything, it's like, well, fantastic. So Diana's going to be in touch, sorting out contracts and so on. And I've got my first booking, actually my second booking. I already have something on in September. Second booking for September, which is great news. Because one of my big commitments now is to really push this forward. September, October, November, they're going to be 3 busy months. I'm going to make sure that I've got I'm getting my numbers up for presentations in those 3 months. And that's one of the things that I've committed to my accountability buddy, Jerry. Anyway, so that's great news. I was kind of very happy about that. But as always, not counting any chickens until they've hatched. So no contracts have yet been signed. So I'll keep posted on that one. But that is my check-in for today. It's only about 4 o'clock, but I'm going to be heading to the gym soon. And then it's the England semi-finals today, which I will be watching. I'm not a football fan per se, but I do like a bit of drama, a good story, both of which are in abundance with the current situation with the World Cup and England's position in it. So I'll be watching that tonight, and I'll check in again tomorrow. I've got a bit more of a proper day of focused work tomorrow, so I'll check in tomorrow once I've actually got some stuff done. Subscribe to the channel, do all the usual things, like the video, leave a comment, get in touch any way you want. Check out that LinkedIn post. I'll put the link down below as well. And I will speak to you again tomorrow. Bye for now.